I started tearing bikes apart at the ripe age of 7 in my parents' garage, which I charged them for. Don't think they got put back together correctly, but they supported me in my endeavors of, ruining their nice mountain bikes in southern Idaho. And then, like any kid, I grew up, I got a driver's license, I took a break, and then I moved to a big city, Chicago, and didn't have a car, couldn't afford a parking spot, and I went and I got myself a bicycle and started riding every day to work. No, I'm not the only female that does it. Most companies have a few girls on their roster. It was probably the most fun job I've ever had. I got paid to ride, which was great. It's almost like you're not working. It is a scary job. It is tough to do. You have to hold your own. You got to be the best. You got to be the fastest, or you don't make any money. If you're slow, if you're lazy, you're not going to get paid. We do a mechanics class. A lot of women are treated poorly in bike shops. It's kind of the same feeling as when a lot of women get when they go to the car mechanic. Am I getting taken advantage of? Do they think I'm an idiot? Do I know what I'm talking about? And so to start these classes and make these women comfortable to go into a man's environment, a man's world, and own it and be like, no, this is my world too. So pretty excited about that, and it seems like it went well last week, so looking forward to next week. Basically what I did is I approached it as I would a tune-up in my own shop. So the first week, the one thing every mechanic needs to know how to do, and every rider needs to know how to do, is you need to know how to change a flat tire. It can be daunting, it can be scary, it can be frustrating, it can be all of those in one or just a couple, but you got to know how to do it, because it's not an if you get a flat, it's a guaranteed when you get a flat. And so the first week we're going to do flats and lubrication. If you can do those two things, your bike will last a whole heck of a lot longer, including chain and cables. Week 2, you got to do wheels. You got to make sure your wheels spin, and you got to make sure they're true, which means they're not knocking back and forth on your brakes. Because if your wheels don't work, the bike doesn't work. So we'll go over how to true a wheel, how to make sure your hubs are in good shape, and how the wheel works. Week 3, right after you get those wheels good, get those brakes good. You got to be able to stop, and you got to know when to replace your brake shoes, and you got to know how to adjust them on the road, because everything on a bike is springs or cables. Things settle, things stretch, things change. And then week 4 is derailleurs, which are definitely one of the scariest parts for a consumer. Most people don't know how to shift, they don't know how they work. It'll be great to open up and show these girls that these are very, very simple parts, and how to adjust them, so that when they're on the road and they know that the shifting isn't working and you're climbing Torrey Pines or something like that, you can reach down and you can fix that without having to go to a shop and pay me, $20 to do 5 minutes worth of work. So
yeah, so you're empowering them.
Yeah. There is a wait list, so we're basically, we thought we'd only have one. We were hoping to get 12 girls to show up. Hoping, We're waitlisted all the way through pretty much August now. I can only take 12 people because you got to keep the classes small to keep them rolling. But yeah, just word of mouth. This was put on Facebook, and that was about it. And obviously I work in the industry, I work in the community of San Diego, and to walk into a class where I only know 3 or 4 of these girls, and the rest of my class is people I've never seen, makes me super excited, super stoked that I don't know those girls, and they're gonna learn and pass it on and tell other people, and hopefully, by the end of the summer there's 50 girl mechanics running around fixing flats for the dudes that they roll by on the street, so.